And we're rolling again on September the 24th. I don't know why I put the date in there because these go onto YouTube and nobody cares what date it is. I guess it's like my old days of working on TV. When we hosted a live TV show, we'd say the date so everybody knew what it was before it got recorded, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, let me go ahead and, Jeannie, you were talking about clouds and adding clouds. And let me show you what I do. So I'll go share screen, come on, share, thank you. And let's just do desktop, be easier that way. I'm gonna go into Bridge, and in Bridge I have my backup hard drive, photos, go down to stock photos. And in stock photos, let me minimize this real quick so it disappears. Thank you. In stock photos, I have all kinds of stuff, including clouds. So I will go out with my cell phone camera and shoot clouds as I'm flying. If I see something, parachuters in a cloud. Anytime I see a cloud, I'll go out and just photograph it really quick.
Well, if you use the cloud that you photographed,
you're okay.
You would be okay. And I'm wondering, I would assume that Adobe's going to allow you to put your own cloud images and not just to accept the ones they show you.
For what I'm seeing, you can put your own clouds in there. So they will allow you to put your own clouds in there into their folder or into a folder so that you can use your own clouds.
And Luminar 4 allows you to do that as well. There's an area where you can click on, and then you go out and onto your drive, select the file you want, and bring it in as well.
Right.
And I've done that.
Yeah.
So I've taken pictures of clouds too, and I called up a couple of them last night, but one picture had too few clouds, and the other one had too many. And I thought, well, if I could just add a few clouds to this one, it would be just what I would like. So I thought maybe with a brush, I could just add in some clouds and make it.
You can also, you can make your own brush. We showed you how to do that. And you can also take the clouds and stretch them across there, because they don't have to be perfectly like a face. When you stretch a face, it gets really weird.
Yeah.
Clouds, you can stretch all you want. It's not going to affect them because they don't have to be perfect shaped.
Right. There was some brush, I think that Sandra was using that made pretty good clouds. But I was just looking through my notes and I didn't have enough time to find it, or else I didn't write it down. I don't know which one.
Or both.
I've got notes from both times I took classes from her. I haven't gone through both of them yet. So, but there was some, and I did have a mention here of a type of, I think it was Gruder or somebody who makes a good cloud.
When you get cloud,
Groot brushes for clouds and smoke.
okay.
So maybe
When you get clouds that you buy, you got to be careful, because sometimes they'll sell you a cloud brush, but they don't cut off the sides, so it causes a square or something there. You have to remake the brush.
It was really good. What I saw, I think Sandra demonstrated, maybe I saw it someplace else, but you paint with the brush and it makes it go all sorts of different ways, so it's not looking the same every time, and you can add more over here. And,
yeah.
I mean, it was just like perfect. I'm like, wow.
Well, next Tuesday, perfect. We're going to do cloud brushes. We're going to make our own. We're going to show you how to make a cloud brush and make it work.
Okay, cool.
There you go. We just got a show for next Tuesday. Let me write that down. Otherwise, I'll forget. Next Tuesday, we'll be doing something else.
Now, you're not going to be here next Thursday, is that right?
Thursday, I will be gone. I'll be in the air.
Okay.
So we'll just do a one-day meeting on next week and go from there. Cool. Today, I'm going to talk about flameage, making flames and fire and all kinds of fun stuff. Flameage. That's what I like to do. So let's go ahead. I'm going to share screen again and go into Photoshop. And everybody can see my Photoshop screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. We're doing good then. So let's go ahead and command new, yeah. How about command N for new, and we'll do 4x5 at 300 with a black background so you can see the flames. And we're going to create a flame. So here we go. We'll start the easy way. I'm going to make a new layer. And on that layer, I'm going to make a little, I'm going to do a selection so that I can make a path. And so I just painted a little line in there. And to make a selection of it, Command or Control click on the thumbnail. And now I have a selection. I'm going to go to Path. And if you don't have Paths open, so let's close that. So we'll start from the beginning. Go to Window, Paths, and we'll go to the drop down to make work path. And 1 pixel tolerance. I don't know why I'm doing that, but there you go. I have a path. To make a flame, you have to have a path selected. You can use the pen tool if you like. I ain't doing it.
Do it.
Yeah, y'all know me better than that. I ain't doing the pen tool. Go down to Filter, Render, Flame. And I'm going to go to Default. And you can do all kinds of cool stuff. 1 flame along the path, multiple flames along the path, multiple flames in one direction, multiple flames path directed, various angle, and candlelight. Let's just do one direction flames. And you can adjust your length of the flames. You can randomize them just by click. Oh, I love random. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not going to do anything else to it. Click OK and wait for the music to start. Do, 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 do.
Burn.
Mhm.
We made fire. Ah.
Wow, that's nice.
Okay. All I have to do to get rid of the work path is hit escape. Hit escape. Come on. Don't hit escape. Go up here and delete the path altogether. Path is gone. But behind our path, you can see the paint there. That's not good. So I need to figure out a way to get around that. I can do that with text without a problem. What I should have done, let's go backwards. Command Z. And we're going to make a new layer. And let's go ahead and add our flame again. Filter, we'll just hit flame because it's the same one. Open, open, open. There we go. Get rid of the path. Path don't want to go away, so let's delete the path. And then we'll turn off layer 1, which is the brush. Now you just have flame.
All right.
Yeah, but wait, there's more. Let's go back to history.
You could also do that, I think, by once you make the path, filling it back in with black,
Okay,
right? And then it wouldn't be there.
you could probably do that. That would make sense.
Or maybe 0 opacity.
There's all kinds, well, if you do 0 opacity, then you would lose your flame.
Could you mask the area that you don't want out?
Too much work. You could.
Yeah, I'm afraid of what Laura said, though. If you did that, if you moved it onto something else, you'd still see that color. Because what you just did now is, I think, the smart way, because it's on its own layer and there's no background
Right.
underneath it. It's transparent.
Exactly. That would make sense to me, but
That's
You know,
why I love layers.
in Photoshop, there are 10 ways to do everything. Or depending how many people are watching, we got 16 here today. So that would mean you got 16 different ways to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, back in history, we're going to go back to where we first started. And I want to try something really cool. Hit T for text. And I'm going to make a text box, and let's type in the word flame, which is way too big of a text here. So lock it in, and let's make it a little bit smaller so it fits on one line. There we go. If you want, you can go in, you can make it wider. You can make your letters a little bit wider. So you can play with the character panel up here. Come on, go backward. There you go. And do all kinds of cool stuff to it. To make a flame, if you try to make, well, let's go ahead and we're going to select the text first, then we'll show you the trick. If I try to put a flame on this layer, the text layer, it's going to say render flame. Could not render because the pixels in the type layer cannot be edited without first rasterizing the layer. So I can't do that. Add another layer like we did before. Add the filter, render, flame.
Air.
I didn't make it a path. Duh. Make work path, 1 pixel. Thank you very much. How about now? The path is longer than 3,000 pixels. The preview shows only the first 3,000 pixels of length of the flame, and actual rendering may be slow. Well, duh. It's always slow. And I'm going to bring my length back a little bit. And it's hard to see because it won't allow you to see everything like you want it. So you kind of got to guess by looking at the preview there. And then you can go to advanced if you want to change the color, do all kinds of cool stuff. We'll talk about that in a second. Click OK and play the music. And cue the flame.
I think I can.
Maybe I can. Then again, there we go. Let's turn off our path. Delete path. Delete the layer. And it's not quite perfect, so you'll have to adjust it as you go when you do it, and kind of get your numbers down to where you want them. But that almost says flame. T. Let's change the color of our text to say orange. Maybe a little darker. We'll run the opacity down a little bit. So you can do all kinds of cool stuff with flames and make it look kind of sort of cool. At least I think it's kind of sort of cool.
Very cool.
So
When
let's
you
go back.
When you had that path, there were little dots. Could you move parts of the letters with those dots? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Those dots, are those
I'm not sure how to move a path. Whoops.
Probably with a pen tool.
Therefore, it's not going to happen.
I can't hear you. What? Huh? Huh? I don't know how to move a path. So
Michael, could you, because it wasn't rendering completely because it was more than 3,000 pixels, could you select just one letter, go to your render, see how it's going to look, and then apply that to everything as a second move?
okay, let's go ahead and take my marquee tool, hold the Option. We have one letter.
do? Okay. Oh,
Let's make a work path.
Well, Mills freaking out. Okay, it stopped.
Okay, I have that. Let's go ahead and put a layer above it because we know we can't do it on a text layer. There we go. Filter, render, flame.
Ooh,
That's going to be weird. So one flame along the path. No. Multiple flames along the path. Oh.
Ooh, that's bizarre.
Ooh.
Ooh. Now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
You gotta delete the path.
Yeah, I'm just looking at how it came out. So let's go ahead and delete the work path. And we'll take the marquee tool. Nope, let me do this. Go back to this one. So we'll hit that marquee, get rid of, let's say we're going to keep the A. So we'll get rid of option, drag, option.
it also selected your F again, didn't it?
Yep.
Yep. It sure enough did. So let's do the A. We're going to put it on its own, whoops, work path, make a path. Put it up on its own layer. I'm going too fast for myself. Filter, flame. Get rid of the path. So yeah, you could do one letter at a time and make it so it looks really nice.
That's cool.
Thinking once you did one and you know how it's going to look, you could then do all the rest of them and just let it render.
Okay,
That's kind of where I was going with that.
let's go ahead and, whoops. Command click on there. So we'll get rid of the A because we don't need the A anymore.
And the
Get
F
rid of
also.
the F. Create a path. And let's go to new layer. Filter, flame. It's going to take a little longer this time. There's 3 letters. And delete
There they are.
path.
Cool.
Rockin'.
There you go. Wow, that's pretty cool. Thanks for the ideas, guys. I think it was Kevin that brought that one up.
Awesome. That's fun.
You get this show for free today.
All right. First thing I've won in a while.
Okay.
Can I give something that's not exactly Photoshop related, but where this option would be? Years ago, IEPPV had a Cowboys in the Hills workshop. And at the end of the day, we had the horses and the cowboys gathered around a fire pit. We couldn't have a real fire. So what we did was we had remote flashes that we put a red filter over that would illuminate the cowboys.
There you go.
And we use the flame, we actually use real flames from other pictures to build up the actual campfire.
Yeah, you can make your own campfire out of this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to get rid of all the flamage we just did. I'm going to show you another little trick in there. So let's go ahead and we're going to create a path using our tools. On the left-hand side, it's the shape tool. And we're going to go to elliptical. You can hit U for the shape tool. I'm going to hold the shift key down, which makes a perfect elliptical. Otherwise, if I just held without the shift key, it wouldn't do that. So here we go. Shift key. Whoops. No. Go backwards. Go back. Okay, get rid of the elliptical tool. Let's make a new layer so we can play with it and move it when we need to. Elliptical tool. And don't need any properties because we're good there. Create a work path. It's already a path. Duh. Because I selected an upper left-hand corner, I selected, instead of shape, I selected it as a path the last time I did it, and I remembered my last choice that I made. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Filter, Render, Flame. And this is the last flame we did, which is, okay. But I want to do something really unique. I want to play with some of the advanced settings. And what I did earlier as I was playing, I took the settings from one of Julianne Koss's videos, and I made a nest, what she called a nest.
Nice.
Something unique, something different. And what you can do with the flames, go to the flame filter. Oh, yeah. Go to the flame filter, render, flame. You can create presets. So what you can do is once you get it saved how you like it, you save preset. And I probably should have saved the letter preset that we just did. That would have been perfect to save, but I didn't. So what I did is copied her settings, which is the nest. And here is, if you want to screenshot it, I'll leave it up for a second, or you can write down the numbers. Multiple flames, path directed, length 328, width 5, angle 132, interval 64, and adjust interval for loops. So you check that box there. Quality set at medium. You can set high quality, but it will slow it down as it's doing it. So right now I've got it set to medium. So does everybody have those settings there?
Yep.
Anybody need me to wait for a second?
Now you named it Nest, is that correct? Or
Correct.
okay.
Actually, Julianne Koss named it Nest. I just copied hers. I got to give credit where credit is due. And she's one good person to copy, I tell you. She knows her stuff. Okay, in the advanced settings, click on advanced. Turbulent 86. That's where it starts getting all kinds of really cool stuff going on. Jagged or Jag 36. Opacity 25. Flame lines complexity 5. Flame bottom alignment 86. Flame style normal. Flame shape pointing. And then down here it has randomized shapes. Click that box. So if I added, let's say, bump it up to 24. Oh, that's pretty cool too. Let's bump it way up. See what it does. Always got to play with the settings and see what you get. Don't be afraid to play in Photoshop. You can't break it.
But it can break you.
Oh, big time. And being that I have it on its own layer, I can move it around.
Interesting.
And you can see I've got the line still there. If I hit escape, that line should go away, but it doesn't right now because I'm going to show you how to do that.
So now, how do you find that again once you've created it?
You save the, hang on, I got to make a path again. There's our path. And let's get rid of that. Go to filter, render, flame. And you go to your presets, and once you make it, you save the preset that we just did.
Yeah, and then they show up there where it says Nest. That was your preset from before.
That's my preset.
So your presets show up there. Okay.
Right. And so we cranked up complexity all the way up to 30. And another thing you can do, there we go, use a custom color for flames. This is on the basic panel. Use custom color. My favorite color is blue. So let me, okay, blue I want to go max, red I want to go almost nothing, green down to nothing, so it's a whole lot of blue, and that's what we got. Close it, and it should open up blue right here. It should. There we go.
Yay. Oh, that's nice.
I likes blue.
Me too.
Hit escape. Watch what happens when I hit escape. Nothing. Are you kidding me? You're kidding me, right? Okay, fine. Delete the path. Goodbye path. And if I want, I can Command T, shrink it down, do whatever I want with it. Or I can Command J to put it on another layer. Now I have 2 layers of this. And you can start getting crazy with these. So let's select both layers, Command T, shrink it down. And hit OK. And we'll take this one off to the right. And now we have eyeballs. So if you want to add eyeballs to your swirls that you've been doing, there you go. So that is the flame tool. You do have to create a path to be able to do that. So if I did custom shape tool, go to my custom shapes and leaf trees. Why not? Let's do a palm tree. And it's set for path in the upper left-hand corner up here. So I'll draw my palm tree. It's now a path. Go to filter, render, flame. More than 3,000 pixels, so it's going to take a long time. I don't care. Take a long time. Oh, that's going to look really funky.
Yeah.
Good. Let's do it anyway. Like I said, you got to play in Photoshop. You learn by playing. And next Tuesday, somebody's go, how did you do a flame again? Because you didn't play with it. You got to play and have fun.
You're going to say review the video.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. And we'll get rid of the, that time I hit escaped a couple times and it went away. So call me a liar. That came out really weird because it had too long lines and too many other things going on. So
You massacred that palm tree.
Go to filter, render flame. Yep, I know.
You didn't change it.
No, I'm just bringing up the dialog box now. Preset will go to default. And click OK. I know I'm boring you. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not you, it's all me.
hit escape, and it goes away. So you can make your shape any way you want. Just create a path. And then if you had a star or whatever shape you put up there, you're good to go and have a good time. So that is the flame tool, done in 30 minutes or less.
Really cool. That's good.
So Q&A time, because I've got nothing else to talk about.
That was pretty flaming.
Arr, that was flaming good, dude.
That was cool.
Oh, when you're hot, you're hot.
When you're not, you're not. Da, 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 da.
Oh,
Oh, wow, that goes back a long ways.
Jerry Reed, I think.
Gary Reed, congratulations. You're the winner. You get the show free today, too.
Duly noted.
Any other questions about Photoshop or anything in general? Other than electric cars. We already beat that one up.
What's the meaning of life?
Oh, gee.
Can you do a candle flame? Okay, I can do a candle flame. It's kind of weird, but we can do it. So let's go ahead and share screen. Photoshop. Go back to new. And let me draw a line on there. So let's go ahead and do it on its own layer. The B for brush. And we'll make a little.
Would that be in one of the Photoshop shapes?
There may be a candle in there. I'm not sure. But whoops, I need to do a path on that, don't I? So let's select it, command, click on the layer, make a work path, 1 pixel, good to go. Go to filter flame or render. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And change it to candlelight. Turbulent, jagged, opacity, too much. Yeah, the lower the opacity, the better to a certain point. Flame style, violent. Okay, no. Flat. Normal. Flat and normal appear to be the same.
Hey, yeah.
Try randomize shapes at the bottom there. Oh, not so great. It'd be nice if it came up to a point at the top.
Yeah, it would be, huh?
Maybe it's too, yeah.
Quality, let's go very high quality. So it's going to be slow to render. Click OK. Wow, that was slow. And what I didn't do, I put it on its own layer. So let's got that. Command F to redo the flame again. Get rid of that. Get rid of our work path. Goodbye. And now you have a candle. So if you put a candle underneath it, there's my candle real quick. And we made a candle.
Mhm.
So, questions, answers. Okay. Mel Carl, can you do me a favor?
Yes, sir.
There's a question in chat. Where do you find videos on PPC webpage? So if you could give him the link.
We'll give me 1 second here.
Okay, there was another question popping up. I heard, bring it.
Oh, I'm trying, in Sandra's class, she talked about brusheasy.com, and it says that they're free Photoshop brushes for birds, animals, trees, etc. So in that same area, you had trees, I know, but I've never checked this out. I thought it might be cool to have birds and other
Right.
brushes like that.
What I used there was the shapes, which is not a brush, it's actually a shape. You can kind of sort of make it a brush. It's more of a shape tool. So let me go into share real quick again. Photoshop. Go back to history and just new blank. So let's say flowers, wild animals. I like wild animals. Let's go with an effluent. And I'm going to change it to a shape instead of a path. So when I draw it out, it's still made a,
Between a shape and a path.
the shape is just supposed to fill it, and it made it a path anyway. There, now when I hit escape, it's now a shape. A path is where, okay, a path just gives you the path. The shape gave me,
Build it with the color.
filled it with the color. Thank you, Mel. So it filled in with the color. And you hit enter and the path goes away. But you still have the path should you want to play with it.
Make a herd.
Or an unheard. Very quiet in the future. Sorry.
Very, very quiet.
Yes, my jokes are bad.
But at least you're joking.
Are you sure?
Ooh. Maybe he has no sense of humor and he really means it.
Okay. Any other questions you have?
How
Going
do you
once.
do clouds?
What's that?
I'm just teasing.
Clouds are Tuesday. Clouds are Tuesday.
That's the only question I had today, really, on my
And
mind.
last time you had luminosity masks. Was that you? No, that was Laura asking that one.
I think she just does that to goad you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luminosity masks are worthless.
Did I say anything about luminosity mask today yet?
Not today.
Not yet.
It's still early.
Early.
And now that you mention it,
Okay. If we got nothing else, I'm going to click off the record button. So we'll just end the show right now. Go